You are listening to the 25th episode of the Dare Show podcast. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much for listening. This podcast, I want to dare you to look at things through a different perspective, which is my perspective. Let's get started. First of all, I want to say I have a new, what do you call it? Like a wallpaper or graphic, whatever. I have something new. I have that, and tell me what you think. I really like it. Yeah, if you want to know who did it, if you're looking for a really great graphic creator or whatever you call it, let me know. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. You can leave a comment on Instagram. You can leave a comment on my YouTube page at my Instagram is my love my need tonight. Yeah, let me know. What was I about to say? Oh crap, I totally just forgot. So anyways, let's just get started. There was a couple new songs that came out from a couple of people I know. We finally got the song by Mariah for the Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis album that's coming out next month, I believe, early next month. And that one doesn't feature Janet, but it features Tony. The Tony one, I'm realizing these aren't really new songs because the Tony is a song that's already on YouTube. I think it's called like Loved, Unloved or something like that. The Tony one's on YouTube. The Mariah one was recorded over 10 years ago. Well, not recorded, but it was conceptualized over 10 years ago. She said it was like when after her children were born, so that would have been for like the Me, I Am Mariah era type music sound. I'm guessing, I don't know, but I'm guessing the song is called Somewhat Loved. There You Go Breaking My Heart. It's a really good song. It sounds like it's been recorded recently or re-recorded or whatever. It's a good song, but I feel like it's missing something, and it's a key ingredient of what is missing, and I'm not sure what that would be. What would that be? Oh, I wanted to say my podcast. The podcast isn't on Apple Podcasts, and I think because I put music, I think it's because I put music before and after or in the podcast, like from Spotify. Because I looked at something and it was saying this podcast is only on Spotify. This has music, so it's only played on Spotify or only available on Spotify. So next week, I'm gonna take a little music break. Not this week, but next week I'm gonna take a music break from putting music in there and just have the podcast itself. But back to Mariah. So Mariah, like I said, the music, I feel like it's missing something. Like it has maybe it needs more ad libs. Because I love how it like starts off kind of slow and then the beat builds up and breaks in, and then towards the end, she's giving you high notes. She's still giving those great lyrics. She's got the hook, but I think she needs a little bit more freestyling, great ad libbing. I think that's what I'm missing, but it's still a great song. It's still a great song. But before I move on, I did want to say I think Craig Ferguson. Is my pen going out? Okay. Because I love this pen. Craig Seymour, the music journalist. He, this week, I guess it was like in a celebration, he had like a Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis challenge of your favorite like top 10 productions from them. And I'm like, okay, cool. He named some good ones, but my thing is, for me personally, I don't know I'm not 100% keen. Not keen. I'm not 100% knowledgeable of their entire catalog because Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis have worked with everybody, and then not only everybody, they worked like for decades since I believe like the early '80s, making hits for people. So I'm not 100% keen. I'm not 100% knowledgeable. So my list would just be like a bunch of Janet and a bunch of Patti, which I'm still like consuming and, well, not consuming, I'm still knowing, realizing, oh, this was recorded by Patti. This was recorded by Jimmy Jam, and that was recorded by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. So it would just be a bunch of Patti and Janet and Mariah. But also, I want to give a huge shout out to Big Jim Wright. Big Jim Wright was a singer, songwriter, piano player, instrumental, incredible singer, songwriter. He's worked with the Sounds of Blackness. I think that's where he kind of got his start. He's worked with Mariah. He's worked with Janet. He's worked with Beyonce. He's worked with Patti LaBelle. He's worked with Aretha. He's just worked with an incredible amount of people, and such an incredible, talented person. It is Black Music Month. I just wanted to give that shout out. He did pass away in 2018. Unfortunately, it's still kind of shocking, and still kind of, because he was only like 52, you guys, very young. Still very shocking, but I feel like he's such a important part of music, and especially in part of like one of my favorite artists, Mariah and Patti. I just want to give you a list of songs he's written and produced or co-written on with Mariah. Twister, we love Twister. Want You, actually the whole Glitter album, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis produced. Pretty much the whole Glitter album, and shout out to them. Even because they have and created the Didn't Mean to Turn You On track. They literally gave Mariah that track, and she just sang on top of it. Like, incredible. The Glitter album is amazing. That's one thing I wish Mariah would talk about. Less about Mariah, talk less about the debacle of Glitter and talk more about the musicality of Glitter, because I feel like that really can that really is the overshine of the movie and whatever else happened, whatever else questionable that happened. Mariah did give a story about what happened after Glitter happened, and it just sounded way too crazy. Slightly unbelievable, but that's what she said, so let's move along with it. So Glitter Glitter is such an amazing album. Rick James wrote a song on Glitter. She has the incredible duet with Eric Benet. Rappers, what's his name, Busta, and Mystical's verses, and the song he did, incredible. I love Mystical verses. The ballads are some of Mariah's best ballads ever. Twister, like I said, Twister. Never Too Far. Okay, but let's go on with the list. Twister, Yours, Want You, Petals, Bliss. And these are the songs that I've noticed Big Jim Wright produced, especially with like Janet. I Get Lonely. There's that incredible I Get Lonely live on the Rosie O'Donnell show back in '98 or whatever time period that was. Incredible. That is such an incredible moment. But the music he's like written and produced were kind of like ballad, piano driven songs. And I think that plays into maybe his, like, I don't know if he's from the church, but I'm guessing like his slightly church background. I mean, he plays piano incredibly. I Wish You Well, Circles. I Wish You Well is amazing. Circles is amazing. Fly Like a Bird, but you gonna know. These are like literally, you guys, these are my favorite Mariah songs. I Wish You Well, Fly Like a Bird, but you gonna know. Languishing, Cry, Camouflage. Bliss, Petals, Through the Rain. I Want to Know What Love Is. I'm guessing he produced that. Cry, Lead the Way. So just a big, huge shout out to Big Jim Wright because he really he did the damn thing. He really did. What's next? But yeah, shout out to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Their album is coming out. Okay, another song that came out was with from Jessie J called "I Want Love." Now I do love me some Jessie J. Well, I do. Jessie J is a very interesting singer. But I do love Jessie J when she went on that like American Idol Asia type show. And she won the show. She did like a bunch of covers, incredible covers from like Shaka Khan, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. It's just incredible. And she won the show off of her talent. I don't think it was like, oh, let's get Jessie J. She was with she was as a contestant with other people, not like celebrities, other people, and she won. And then her Rose album, I love those songs. Well, certain songs I really do love. I should give you a list, but I do love a little bit. So I was kind of, and I think this is her first music project since the Rose project came out. I Want Love. Now, I heard it and I didn't particularly like it that much the first time. And then I noticed there was like a bunch of key changes, and I'm like, why does every song these days have to have a million key changes in them? I feel like key changes should happen for necessity. Like, this song needs a little spice. Let's kick it up a notch. I feel like key changes shouldn't just be like, okay, every song needs a key change. No. Every song does not a key change because then it just throws, to me, it throws the song off. It throws me off. And it's just like, wait, what's going on here? A bunch of high-ass singing for no reason. I don't like it. So I listened to it again today and I'm like, okay, I guess. It's an okay song. It's not my favorite by far at all. Maybe I'll have to listen to her sing it live because I know for me, once I see you sing it live, I'm like, okay, we can get into this. Like, if you could pull it off live, I can get into it. But let me know if you like Jessie J's new song, if you even know she has a new song out. Did you see K Michelle and her new face? Just let me know if you saw it or not. Anyways, on to the next topic. Lady Antebellum. Lady Antebellum, they had that huge hit back in like 10 years ago almost with Need You Now when they swiped the Grammys clean. I remember that. Lady Antebellum recently, well, not recently, last year, okay, let's just say this first. I do love their golden album. I haven't listened to their music since, but Downtown and a bunch of other songs, really great songs off of that album. They last year, after George Floyd's murder, and America became quote unquote woke about what's really been going on in America. They changed their name to Lady A, and there's a singer named Lady A. She's a blues singer. Her name is Anita White, and she is suing them because they took the name Lady A. Now I'm thinking, first of all, it was in the end product is my thinking. Lady Antebellum, you're being really lazy, you're being really not creative, just cutting off the antebellum and just keeping the A. I feel like that's really lazy. Just come up with a new fucking name. Like, it really doesn't matter. Just change everything. Go change your copyrights. Oh, the thing it was, they took the name after they realized Antebellum wasn't like so racially cute, they took the name Lady A and copyrighted it. They didn't check it and see if anything was going else on with the name Lady A. So Lady A is suing them for taking the name and she's like, I've had this name for over 30 years. I'm not changing my name. You're gonna mess up my business, which is already happening. I feel like I'm being erased. And because of Black Lives Matter, you guys say Black Lives, the reason why you changed your name was because of Black Lives Matter. Now you're suing, oh no, they're suing her. I'm sorry. They're suing her. My bad. They're suing her because I'm like, wait, okay, they're suing her because for whatever reason. What are they suing her for? I guess the name. And yeah, they're suing her for the name. They're being really disgusting. That's the thing. They're being disgusting. They're being lazy. They're suing her for the name. And uh they said they had a conversation, but I kind of don't we don't kind of know what the conversation was about, but I guess they were going to say, "Oh, okay, we'll change the name or we'll give you or where I think she said give me a certain amount of money. I think it was like 5 million so it can go to charity or something like that." So whatever happened in that conversation, they reneged or they didn't go through. And so now they're suing her. But the thing is, you're saying Black Lives Matter. You change your name because Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. But you're suing a black woman. So you're basically being hypocritical. You're basically being your typical white selves. You're being sensitive. You're not being enlightened. It's really like a double negative, basically. Well, not a double. It's just becoming a negative because you're suing this lady for the name that she has. And she just says she's waiting for her day in court because that's all that she has. And let me tell you, like I said, they were disgusting because this is a really disgusting case. How are you going to sue a black woman after saying Black Lives Matter? And the fans agree. Like I was looking at their posts and all the comments were, "You're disgusting. You're suing a black woman after saying Black Lives Matter. You're disgusting. You're terrible people." And I'm just like, yeah, they are terrible people. This makes them terrible people because you're not realizing what you're doing, or maybe they do realize what they're doing. I don't know, but they're gonna have they were supposed to. They're gonna have a day in court if they don't come to a reach agreement by the end of the year. They're gonna be in court. Now this happened last year, and this is still going on. But and Lady A, Anita White, she's using her common law ownership of the song of the name that she's had for over 30 years. What do you think about this? Are they disgusting? Is Lady A overreacting? She was like, and then the media is making me become this angry black woman and I'm like, damn right. I'm not saying that in like a negative way. Like, damn right. She deserves to be an angry black woman. How dare they come in and try to take something that is her livelihood, that is hers. It's just lazy, like I said. It's lazy on their part. Shout out to the fans. Stay on their necks like you've been doing. Let them know what's really good. But then again, here we go with Morgan Wallen, who said a racial slur, the N-word. And slowly he's becoming back into the graces of radio, where they cut him off for, 5 months now it's been. But I'm just like, only a white man can get away with that because, Nick Cannon, he had to go through all this other stuff. I think, his show was a bit canceled or something, like taken off of the air or something like that, almost taken off the air or something like that, and apologize a million times. But, this Morgan Wallen, he says the N-word and, his sales go up for 5 months, whatever. So, the last on my list of topics this week on the Dare Show podcast is Patti LaBelle, which we're going to get into. There, oh crap. Okay, wait. Let me. I meant to. Let me. Okay, wait. Okay, let me say this first. So, Patti LaBelle, she's coming out with a wine. She's collaborating. I'm sorry. She's collaborating with what do they call Black Girl Magic, and it's called Black Girl Magic Wines, and they have like a book club, and then they do wine. So they have 4 wines coming out this year. I mean, 4 wines for this specific Patti LaBelle project, and then their book club, they're picking Patti LaBelle's first book, and it'll be the anniversary edition of her first cookbook, Labelle Cuisines Recipes to Sing About. Also, you'll get the wine. You get this invitation for the virtual event on July 13th, and you'll get the special edition cookbook. Now, the wine, there was like a brut, there was a sparkling wine, a red wine, and something else kind of wine, I forget. Now, I was thinking about, I love Patti. And I was thinking about checking this out. I don't drink wine. I'm not like a big drinker. But I knew somebody who does drink wine. So I was like, okay, I'll just give the wine to them. But they don't even ship to my area. They don't even ship to my state. So can I just get a ticket then and check out Miss Patti? I think it's going to be like a Zoom call. So anyways, that's what's going on with Patti. So it's on her Instagram. She promoted it. Shockingly, she promoted it. You can go check that out. I do want to give a little shout out to like Target, because Target has I needed some like clothes. Like I think my clothes are dirty, but I might need to just wash them. But I'm like, let me just get some new clothes, some new shirts, and a couple, it's like 90 degrees here in Louisiana. And so I'm just like, let me go get some clothes. I need some shorts. So I went and got some shorts. And shout out to Target, because Target has some really cute shirts, really good looking shirts for only like $10. Their Goodfellow collection is really, and the stuff is really comfortable and it looks really good. So shout out to Target. On that note, we're going to move on to, I'm going to take a break. And then up next, I have a music review for you. The Patti LaBelle's 16th anniversary of Classic Moments. I'm going to give you that cute little album review. So, I'm going to take a break and I'll be back. And I am back. Classic Moments. Patti LaBelle. This is wait, what's the number? Hold on, let me think. 15th year? 16th anniversary of Classic Moments. It came out on June 21st, 2005. Let me say this. So, Classic Moments is Patti's, wait, okay. So let me say this first. The reason why I'm doing it now, today is June the 16th, is because it comes out it comes out on Monday. Monday will be the anniversary, but then I think later in the week is Flames' 23rd anniversary, I think it is. Something like that. I'll have all the stats next week for Flame. But, so yeah, this is why I'm doing it now. And you're probably thinking, another Patti, what's her name? Another Patti album review. Yes, I love Patti. And, she doesn't get a lot of credit for the vocalist. Well, I feel like she is now. But like back then, I don't know. And especially back then, I saw a review, and one review was like, I'm gonna make this quick because I had to turn the fan off. It is hot. It's like 90 degrees in here. We're out there, but it's transferring in here. But the thing is, one reviewer was like, Patti, they said something kind of negative about Patti, and somebody had clapped back. This was like a long time ago, the review. Somebody clapped back and was like, well, why is it bad that Patti gets to do this? Album is a covers album, and they were like, why does Patti get a bad rap or bad review for doing something that Aretha or tons of other people have done during, their heyday, which was like a really pretty valid point. I feel like there's kind of a double standard when it comes to Miss LaBelle and her voice and the content she does sometimes. This was the first. Okay, so this was something new. This was something new. At that time, Patti was doing a quote-unquote reality show. It was on TV1. It was called Living It Up with Patti LaBelle. There's a couple clips on there on YouTube, but for the most part, it's all in the memory. And I wasn't like a fan, so at that time in 2005, so I didn't really know about the show. And it's so unfortunate because so many shows, so many things in certain artists' career, like the 90s and early 2000s, that you wish you were able to see. Some of the stuff you are because of YouTube, but then some of the stuff you're not. But anyways, I'm looking for something to fan myself because we're not about to do this right now. I turned my fan off because I don't want it to be loud. It's kind of loud. Okay, so the thing is with Patti had a TV show, and the funny thing is it's not canceled. TV1 has not canceled the show, and there was like 80 something episodes or something. So during this Classic Moments era, she kind of literally recorded her recording the album, which is pretty cool. There's footage with Mary J, all I know of Mary J and of Elton. So I just want to get into it. I don't know, okay, I'm going to go off with we're going to leave the best for last, okay? So, first of all, this album was produced mostly by Babyface. And the album, I feel like Babyface and all the producers, they really stepped it up and tried to make this album very modern for the time, because these are like classic songs in the 60s, 70s, 80s being recorded again. They kind of gave it a flair and a different approach, and the backgrounds are so good on this album. I think Terry Dexter, I think that's the lady's name. I think she's on most of the backgrounds. Incredible. And also a little background thing. This album, quote unquote, by Wendy Williams, I had posted the video. This album kind of got Patti dropped from the label in a way, but I think it went gold. But I think it was other stuff. Like the album wasn't promoted correctly. Or the record label didn't promote it as much as I guess Patti would have liked. But the thing is, after this album, she did her gospel album, but that was with another label. But then she came back with Def Jam Classics. I'm sorry. And she did the Christmas album. So I was like, I don't know if it really got her dropped. Quote unquote, that's what I say. Rumors. Okay, so anyways, let's start off with like the soft and tender voice songs. The soft and tender songs, one of the songs is I Write a Song for You. This one is very like laid back, it's very jazz, it's like contemporary jazz. it brings a versatility to the album because her vocals are very soft and mellow and tender, fitting with like the music. I don't know. I don't want to call it like country, but like folk maybe or something. Country maybe. It really shows the versatility in Patti LaBelle's voice. I don't know who wrote that song. Also, I wonder how did these song choices come about? Like I know some of these she probably really loves, like Ain't No Way and such, but I'm like, I wrote a song for you. Where'd you get that from? Another one is Silly by Denise Williams. This song, Patty was, because of Patty's range, Patty was able to sort of mimic the song or keep with the same melody of the song, but then still give it that same Patty flair. Yeah, another soft and tender. At the end, she really belts it out and gives it like this Patti LaBelle-ness of it all. He's Out of My Life. I think the song was made popular or written for Michael Jackson. Another soft and tender. At this one point in the song, she kind of like goes up and it kind of makes like, it sounds like she has an excitement, like he's out of, I can't even do it. I'm a little, like, I'm not able to do that. She kind of goes up, it gives a little like flair and excitement, and it's kind of, and then she kind of goes back down into like the heartbreak of the song. But like at that one point, it seems like she's kind of excited that he's out of her life, but then she brings it down to this softer tone. Your Song she did with Elton John. Now, there, like I said, there's footage of this part of her actually singing and recording Your Song with Elton. I think they were like in Vegas or something. And you can really feel Patti being Patti on this album, having like a funness to it, being personable with some of the lyrics, not even like changing it up. I'm not gonna say changing up the lyrics, but not like drastically, but like changing them up to be her own, changing up to make the song kind of personal. She says Elton's name and she sings Miss Patty, and it's really cute and it's fun. But as you can see, as like if you watch the video, you'll notice Patty does, you know, her operatic notes, and I'm like, Patty, I'm guessing like throughout her career, maybe they've condensed or changed different clips and different parts of songs. I think I read a comment saying like she blew the mic out in one studio one studio session, because she did this operatic note in when she was recording this one in Vegas, but that operatic note wasn't in the it's probably making a whole lot of noise. I'm trying not to. That operatic note made it didn't make it into the album, which I'm like, oh wait, oh no. So I kind of feel like they kind of condensed or edit her vocals sometimes, or maybe a lot of times, which is unfortunate because that operatic note is such like a classic Patti note, a staple in her life, her career. And she's only like done it in like three or four songs. So here we go. Unfortunately, I think they give it a little flavor at the end because I feel like they're like doing these chants, like Lion King-ish moments of chants. I feel like they do give it a little flavor. But this is a great song. It's a great song. I wouldn't call this a duet. I wouldn't call any of these songs she does a duet, because I feel like a duet is like a combination. Like a duet would be like, We're Not Making Love Anymore. I think On My Own is a little bit of a duet. I feel like these are like togetherness or features. Land of the Living. I forgot the name of the lady she did Land of the Living with. Let me see if I can pull that up right quick. Land of the Living with Christine W. Another great song. I think this was really like a sort of tribute to her. I think, okay, I finally kind of like I've heard this song many times, but I think I broke it down and it was like all these negative things are going on. They're talking about like the show backstage is going on. There's no flowers at my door, stuff like that. All these negative things are going on, but I'm still here. I'm still in the land of the living. And it's like a really fun gospel. She really gives it to you at the end. Let's go with and these are like I'm talking about like the power songs. Ain't No Way. This is such a different version of a different version of a different version. Not in a negative way, but I'm like, this is like a different version. The studio version is different from her live version, of course. But the studio version on the album version is different from like the little snippet we heard when they were recording it. And it was like, oh, okay. I think they had to like pull it in, make it tight, and maybe is condense a good word? I'm not sure if condense is a good word, but okay. She did this with Mary J, and as some of us know, Mary J did this with Whitney on Divas Live in '99, I believe it was. Okay, so the Aretha thing. Okay, let's just say this song is really good. Like I said, well, I didn't say that, but Patti does the backgrounds and the leads on this song, which is why I think I've said Aretha's mad at her. But okay, the reason why I don't think Aretha is really mad at Patti, because Aretha and her sister Carol wrote Ain't No Way. So, or at least Aretha is credited. So I don't think, and you have to get songs cleared by the writers in order to do the song. So I don't think that there was such a thing with Aretha completely. Maybe behind the scenes, Aretha really stan Patti, but in front of the scenes, Aretha and her Aries ass couldn't show that, unfortunately. Mary J did a great job. Patti did a great job. Yeah, Love Ballad. Oh my gosh. I don't think I don't even have a lot of notes. Or I tried to bring up something. Because this is like such an amazing vocal from Patti. Such an amazing, it's explosive. It's hard. You feel it in your bones. You feel it in your body. Her runs and her singing through the song. You feel the heartbreak the song has. It's like, I wish she could do this today and it would be amazing. I wish she would have done it live. I wish we could have seen her do it live. It really showcased her vocals. She is a vocalist on Love Ballad. And the song, I feel like she kind of course she's a female and she has different, a different range than like a male would on the original song. People love that song, but I'm just like, Patti, she did the damn thing on Love Ballad. Do you guys like classic moments? Tell me if you like classic moments, because I really do like classic moments. Last but not least, I Can't Make You Love Me. Love Ballad and I Can't Make You Love Me by Bonnie Wright. I believe her name is Bonnie R. I'll call her Bonnie R today. Love Ballad and I Can't Make You Love Me are my favorite songs on this album. I Can't Make You Love Me is like, and I say this all the time, she takes her time with the song, but she really She's flowing with the music. She's one with the music. She's one with the song. She's one with the lyrics. She's just emoting this emotion of trying to come to terms with this person, revealing to this person, trying to come to terms that I can't make you love me if you don't. Oh, Lord. Hold on. Incredible. She just conveys the song through her voice. Just lets it out. Such a beautiful ballad. And if you heard it live, there's a couple clips on it live. She'll like step away from the mic and just go off on the song. Sort of like she does with like 2 Steps Away and how she did Wind Beneath My Wings back in the day. Incredible. Incredible. I do wish these two were nominated for a Grammy or like something. These two really make this album stand out. Now, this is not Patti's first time doing a cover, of course, and this is not Patti's first time doing a cover album, but I feel like this one was a official covers album because When a Woman Loves is, I didn't actually realize they were all like cover songs, basically. Pretty much all by Diane Warren and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis production. Such a creative, interesting concept for an album, actually. But anyways, back to classic moments. I love classic moments. Happy 17th anniversary, I think. But anyways, I love classic moments. Like I said, there's a video up of her doing a little promo on the Wendy Williams Experience. I just put up last night. So go check that out. Classic moments. What would I give classic moments? I didn't even write this down. What would I give it? In a way, I would give it 4.5 out of 5. And in another way, I would give it 5 out of 5. I don't know. Okay, I'll give it 5 out of 5. I love classic moments. Okay, let me know what your favorite songs from classic moments are. And let me know what songs you would think Patti hasn't sung that you think she should sing. I want to know. Leave a comment. Thank you for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this entirety of the podcast. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on My Love, My Need Tonight. And until next week I believe it's Flame, another great album by Patti. But until next week, I'll be back next week. Don't worry. And then we'll take a break on the album reviews. But thank you for listening, and this is the Dare Show podcast.